Hey guys, it's Maxi, and this is the thought process behind carrying like a radiant Jett main.
Jett dash out.
Jen.
Starting.
Yep.
If you're interested in watching these plays live, I stream on Twitch at Maxido. So if you guys have probably heard by now, Jett is going to be nerfed to the ground in this upcoming patch. While I personally don't think it's that bad of a nerf, I think it's pretty healthy for the game. I do think it's going to make for more boring gameplay on Jett. But for example, this ace is still a doable clip with the upcoming patches, so let's break it down.
Jett dash out.
Jen.
Starting.
With them being smoked off A main here, I have the utmost confidence in picking these guys off as they walk out of A main. Since they're entering sight, imagine that there's an invisible line here in the A main choke point. As they break through the smoke and walk past that invisible line, there are so many different angles that they have to process and clear first, so just by going off the odds, I'm confident that I can get some easy picks if I just relax and focus on my aim here. After I get those picks, earlier in the round, Sage picked off my omen from Cat, so I dash out to try to peek tree to keep the clip going, but they end up slowing it down. Now I'm in a bad spot here because I know that Harper is A main and because that's where he smoked from earlier. I pretty much shoot myself in the foot here trying to get a clip. Since I'm in the wide open, and whenever you're stuck in a pinch like this, the right play is to always try to take out one of the sides. I end up trying to isolate and get a pick on this Harbor, trying to use this dice box as cover from the Sage to try to isolate him freely.
You fell.
Can you hide? Let me get this ace.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum 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 bum.
Yep.
Since the basis of this video is a Jett nerf, here's a clip post nerf.
I just left our day.
Honestly, personally, with my playstyle, this Jett nerf hardly makes a difference for me. If you rely on positioning and timing, the Jett roll isn't really going to change for you. The flashy Jett main playstyle is definitely going to be reverted into a more reserved playstyle when it comes to defense. So on the bright side, if you hate smurfing, the all aim, no brain Jett smurfs in your lobbies are definitely going to be punished too.
Nice.
I'm going to break down some pre-nerf clips and explain how the playstyle would still translate with the newest patch in place. Starting with a clip on Vine where I rotate towards B with my operator and cook from there. Nothing flashy has to happen here. I don't need to go out of my way to hold a crazy off angle with my dash primed or anything just because I have an operator. The only thing I need to focus on is hitting the shot. Afterwards, I simply just tuck in and then use my dash to reposition safely.
No more smokes. Holding octo white swing.
After the first pick, they don't have any more smoke, so I'm really confident that they're going to be slightly more pressured by my teammates rotating in. Now, all I gotta do just for the rest of the round is hold for overextensions, and these guys practically just walk into my crosshair one by one from here. After every pick, I make sure to reposition just to make it all the harder for these guys to try to trade me.
By the way.
Oh, ta-da.
Here's another clip you'll be able to replicate with the new Jett patch. As you may have noticed already, a lot of these clips are going to be op clips, and I'm going to be honest with you right now, you are selling if you don't use a big funny operator weapon on Jett. If you op on Jett right, you're going to be practically carrying every single game that you play. In this clip, you can see me peeking Cat and fighting without even having to prime my dash. That's because I'm positioning myself to take a shot and being able to take cover by simply just strafing to the side. No dash needed. That gives me the opportunity to then activate my dash and go for another peek safely. Unluckily enough, these guys peek me pretty masterfully. Kudos to them. After those two attempts, I smoked them off to lure them into a false sense of security and aim on sneaking around the edge of the smoke to try to go for one more pick. These guys weren't showing my op any respect, so I continue getting aggressive to show them not to take me lightly.
One mid.
No, me.
The
I'm out of
instant
ammo.
res is insane.
Where is it, man?
Work some magic to get across.
One guy
Really?
will be marked.
I dinked him. 122. Holy fuck.
Oh my god.
Well, that's where the last guy is.
Did we bomb?
Yeah. No, I wanted the 6K.
Who is this
Where's
Max
bomb? Where's
guy?
bomb?
And then I choked the 6K because I'm a stupid fat stinky loser. That's enough operator clips, so now let's break down an attack clip. Starting off, I sit down as Jett, who's double updrafting, which sadly is no longer possible after the Jett nerf. Kinda lame, but this wasn't a very smart play to begin with, so I digress. After that pick, the Killjoy ultimate is really close to popping, so I dash in and try to get some space for my teammates. After I dash into my own smoke, I know that there's a small window right here untouched by the KJ ultimate. So for safety's sake, I don't instantly take a 50-50 dry swing peek. You can hear me asking my Sky for util.
Get ready to flashback sight if you can.
And he's sending a dog over there, so I wait till it's close enough before I can peek and pounce. Then next, I peek to either go for one or at the very least bait for my nephew Wumbo, Fear My Glock's little brother. And then he ends up coming up huge.
I'm gonna peek in.
I can't. Watch your guys' attack.
You should run.
I'll pop it a molly.
Get back.
Nice. Nice, Caden. The other guy's on bomb.
He's getting stuck.
Nice, Caden. Good fucking round.
Break that shit too. Fuck it.
This next clip is also replicable. I want you guys to pay attention on how I capitalize off my teammates' utility. I call for my Sky to dog through the street area towards their link. We smoke off this left side right here. My goal here is to gain space, break utility, get a pick, or at the very least push the enemies off. After we get this pick, we're up 5v4. Whenever you get the first pick, there's always a butterfly effect that happens. People rotate and they try to predict what you're going to do next, and that usually leaves gaps in their defenses.
Oh, I saw Asher on site.
Heal up, squad.
Oh wait, I'm gonna get really good timing here. Yeah, you smoked us off. You might have really good timing. Nice. I'm gonna be.
My nephew Wumbo takes advantage of one of these gaps and gets a timing and single-handedly gets control of sight for us. The gap that opened up here is B long. My nephew gets a free walk up while this guy's busy smoking, and boom, free sight.
I might have really good timing. Nice. I'm gonna be.
And like I mentioned earlier, people tend to rotate off picks. Knowing this, I get to heaven and try to get some better positioning to stop the retake, and in turn I take out the Reyna. I see a bunch of util being tossed right here, and you always want to make sure that you're there to capitalize off it. For example, if somebody flashes somebody, you want to make sure that flash doesn't go to waste. This next clip is a perfect example of this concept. Being able to capitalize off your teammate's utility is what truly makes a great Jett main.
Okay, shut the fuck down.
Maybe one kill, but it's a pretty important one. I peek using my Sky's dog as a distraction to try to quickly isolate a fight with the enemy Jett and punish him. This next clip pretty much just showcases the importance of peeking with and off your teammates. As soon as my teammate starts shooting, I dash to try to help him, or at the very least try to get the trade so his death wasn't in vain.
He's holding by himself.
You have a gun or no?
I'm ult for tower. I'm ulting tower when you get close.
My teammate calls that he's using his ultimate on tower, and I hear the Yoru next to me. I don't peek until my teammate's near me because you should always avoid taking one-on-ones whenever you can. I wait till he's close enough and then I initiate by wide swinging.
Actually, A saw. Tower. Oh, what a round. All set up by me, by the way. I'm a bait. I got baited.
Yeah, I do appreciate you peeking that though. That was good.
Where'd my wall go?
I was about to kill that guy.
Sorry so much for the hiatus, and thank you guys so much if you made it this far and you guys are still sticking with me. This is today's code word for a chance of free private coaching. Thank you so much for watching.